Okay, you guys know my rule. I never drink on the podcast, but for this, I have poured myself a little bitty glass of wine.
Oh my God, the way I was low-key tempted to try something somewhere, but I was like, it's 4 p.m. here in the
Well,
West
it's
Coast,
7
so-
p.m. here,
Yeah,
so
that's valid.
You're currently depriving my boyfriend of his girlfriend making dinner at a timely hour. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. Ask my boyfriend. He's also waiting for me to make dinner. On a
Okay,
timely
it's
hour.
4 p.m. It's 7 p.m. here.
I have a giant raw chicken I have to prepare, and I'm wildly behind now.
Wait.
So
Pause. Pause.
Already?
Pause. No. This isn't a pause like in that way. It's a pause in a please bleep this out.
Oh,
But I have to tell you.
I was like, we just.
So I was
what happened?
discussing with a friend of ours who is a person I'm going to tell you shortly when you bleep this about an idea I had inspired by our Devil Wears Prada episode. And you'll never guess the concept that came out of that episode in a discussion with a friend for a book that I'm definitely going to write, turn into a movie, and cast Caleb here in it. You heard it here first, okay? Bleep. I want to write a book that is basically the other two, except instead of Justin Bieber, it's and it's a fat gay guy and his like try-hard diva sister who have an unlikely reunion after their sibling, who's like a video gamer recluse like flunky, becomes the most famous member of the family someone. And then their family gets sort of pulled into like a nexus of torment. And Natalie Walker's going to be the sister, and Caleb Heron is going to be the fat gay guy, and they have to like be at the center of a Charlie Kirk scandal.
Can I fund this? Can I do the seed funding round for the initial?
Can you imagine that book? Like, don't you think I would slay that book?
Yeah. It'd be like I should think it's like the brother and the sister of the
like
of the tragedy.
Don't.
Oh yeah, sorry. Let me not
give
say
my bleep that shit, bitch.
Which part of that am I bleeping? Like every word or the big one?
Yes, the just it can't be. You have to just cut it. Just cut it. Just do like a bleep. Because it's very important that
we'll
people
be
don't
creative.
steal my idea.
We'll be creative. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm crying right at the idea.
No,
actually,
so I was talking to because we were talking about like Caleb Heron's role in that movie and how underutilized he was, much like Tom Sandoval in this movie, which we're gonna get into. But like the thing that we didn't really say, but like what my friend was telling me was like Caleb Heron's whole deal is that he's like delightfully condescending and way cooler than like everybody, despite like having a position as like a fat gay guy that would normally put him on like lower on the social hierarchy. But like now he's like smarter, hotter, funnier than like basically everyone that he talks to.
Like he always finds a way.
And so like casting him as the Andy Sachs and not the Emily is like so wrong because like in 2026, like
I already see him walking around being a huge bitch for like.
That's what I'm saying. Like he, like
so
fat
funny.
gay guys are the Emilys at Vogue now. It's 2026. Like fat people work at Vogue. Like I hate to burst all of your bubble.
And also,
that like
they run that shit
Vogue,
like the Navy. No
yeah,
shit.
like I hate to say it to you guys, but like a fat bitch runs Paper Magazine. Okay, like. She's clearing 200 pounds and she's in charge of Paper Magazine. Okay,
just for Simone
the like
Ashley,
cunty skinny model,
and then have Simone Ashley be the like
this.
the like rookie kind of like tripping over herself.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
That would have been
like,
so
it
funny.
It should have been Kayla being like, that's not where that goes.
Yeah.
Like. It would have been like an actually progressive role and a role that would have been stereotypical like 10 years ago. Like, no, like Caleb Heron has power in society now.
And you know it would have been actually really funny, but I know you can't do it today because of woke, unfortunately. But if he made if he made fat jokes about her, that would have been really fucking. That would have been so good. Like, are you sure you want to eat that? And like he takes some food out of her hand and takes it for himself.
He's
like
so condescending. Like he's so condescending.
Yeah, and he's like rude, but it's so funny. You don't.
But
care.
he's so fun. That's what I'm saying.
That you can't help but.
He
live.
literally can sit across from John Marco Scorsese or whatever the guy's name is, Ceresi, and be like, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" Right? By the way, did you see?
Since they're gonna make Devil Wears Prada 3 at this point, maybe he'll be the new Andy Sachs.
I know this isn't Hot Topics, but did you see the great cancellation of John Marco on Twitter this week?
Wait.
Do you know John Marco? He's that like skinny comedian whose whole thing is like everyone thinks he's gay, but he's not.
I don't know anything about this man.
I just love that like Woken 2026
happened?
is I called you a cunt because you have a like alien from American Dad PFP, but actually you're just a woman and not a gay guy. So if I had known you were a woman, I wouldn't have said cunt. But if you were a gay guy, I would have said cunt. Like that's honestly really funny.
What did he do?
The person was just like, you're not funny. And he responded back like, get a life, you stupid cunt or whatever, thinking that like the person with the Brian PFP from American Dad or whatever
but then
was
he committed
a gay
misogyny.
guy.
So.
But then it was a woman.
Yeah.
And his whole thing is like, sorry, I didn't know the like American Dad cartoon avatar was a woman. That's usually a gay guy.
It's like what you're supposed to do when someone fighting with you has like the alien as their
but again,
picture,
also
or like
comedians shouldn't say cunt. And I think the more pressing thing is why was he sitting next to Louis C.K. in the Netflix is a Joke comedy festival mass photo?
Well, Netflix is a joke is giving like
Netflix is a joke is very
like
I know we talk about things that are spiritually Israeli being like a stupid way to denote like culture, but Netflix is a joke is spiritually Israeli.
It's
like
also
it is
spiritually
the Riyadh
Riyadh.
comedy yeah, it's spiritually Riyadh.
Spiritually
speaking
Dubai.
of things that are spiritually Israeli in that they were most likely filmed in Tel Aviv, let's talk about
they couldn't even afford that, honey.
Makeover Nightmare. Okay.
There's one light bulb in this set at all times, and they keep moving it around to make the shot work. Okay, they don't have the budget for
Guys,
filming overseas.
This movie,
it really tested me.
I can only describe this movie as, frankly, the most shocking thing I've ever. Okay, this is. I'm sorry. Leave it to Tom Sandoval to film what is probably the funniest movie I've ever seen in my life, in which a dementia patient gets swindled by a gay scammer.
Is the daughter or the mother the dementia patient?
The daughter is the dementia patient.
Both of the sisters and Tom Sandoval.
No, can I also say the sister that was dating Tom Sandoval was like eating it up in this movie. I was like, okay,
KD.
work. No, I was like, okay,
the way I thought it was
bitch.
KD, then it's KD, and
no,
then
KD.
Dana. I was like, who? Like the spell, and then Bill.
No. Guys,
who names their kid Bill?
This movie is
my God.
Shocking.
Tom Sandoval's
Randy J. Burrell, the lead actor from this, the gay guy. Is he gay?
Gay face is real, and it is.
I think he is gay, and I just want to submit into evidence this photo. Okay,
I was about to say I need to put his Instagram on the screen.
No, okay, now. I'm gonna share a screen here. Okay, please, I'm gonna share a screen, and I just want to submit into evidence this. So. Here he is.
GLAAD Awards.
At the GLAAD Awards with Mrs. Hot Dog.
Hello.
With the Mrs. Hot Dog.
Can you please look at the other posts because they are all shocking.
Again, I just like, is this not a gay guy? And I'm not trying to be stereotypical, but is this not a gay guy?
180 weeks ago is killing me, by the way.
Is this not a gay guy? Not ignore Andrew Garfield in this photo because there's only one gay. There's definitely only one gay guy here. God,
no,
I'm sorry.
Was he doing like drag king stuff? Oh my God, not the mask.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is a gay guy, right?
It's giving Republican gay though. You know,
it's giving. Like, I'm sorry, but.
The steampunk. Wait, he has a doll? What's it called? A Funko Pop?
I'm sorry.
Wait,
Why Lime Music has done it again. If you know anything about me, you know I love and collect Funko Pops. I've always said, I can't wait until Funko turns me into a pop. Well, Emily outdid herself and has officially won Girlfriend of the Year.
Stellar.
Girlfriend of the Year.
Oh.
Not him in a photo with Tori Kelly. I actually think
that
that's
was
the gayest
350
thing.
weeks ago, so anything can change.
That is actually the gayest thing he's done is be in a photo with Tori Kelly.
You want to know what's actually crazy? The way that there's no promo for this movie on his Instagram.
Okay, now this is a movie.
This is a movie. They filmed
I love
something.
This interview that I found with him. Voyage LA. Remember that thing where you like pay people for coverage?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. To get their SEO.
He's in Voyage LA.
Okay.
My story starts as a young boy in Tampa, Florida, and just getting into modeling and acting. I booked a few gigs and print catalogs and print shoots, and through that got the attention of some local filmmakers. The modeling first led to commercials, which then led to short and feature films. Love. My family, and specifically my father, loved Jim Carrey, even so much that he began imitating him. I can say to this day that Jim was the reason I wanted to become an actor. Okay, so him...
That explains a lot, actually.
Him wanting to be Jim Carrey says basically everything about like what
every other man in Hollywood wants to be their Johnny Depp or like Jim Carrey.
It's really shocking. So, okay, this is a
let's break this movie down
with a lot of things happening in it. Can you please give the TLDR on the movie, and then we'll kind of go through it. So, this is a movie starring Tom Sandoval and Jackée Harry, which is why we're recapping it.
Yeah,
mostly because it's Tom Sandoval, obviously. You know, we have to keep eyes on him. We have a watch list for Tom Sandoval.
It's fascinating to see what opportunities are available to him after being on, what was it, like American Ninja Warriors adjacent show? What was it called? The Frontline?
On American Ninja Warriors, and also he was on Marine Boot Camp.
One, yeah, it's like, again, like
Black
the
Ops?
Front Lines or something. Or Jojo Siwa's carrying him. Anyway,
yeah. Jojo Siwa carrying him on his back while he's vomiting up the side of the mountain.
Traitors, and now Home Makeover Nightmare. So
yeah,
the TLDR.
He's apparently been on like a lot of Lifetime movies.
And you know what? I bet the pay is fine and that the work is
consistent.
This, and it's not like he put much effort.
I honestly think he should be in more movies.
I would like for him to become the villain in these movies. I think he would
like he should become the new what's his name? Michael.
Oh, Eric Roberts from the Talk to My Doctor.
Yeah, he's spiritually Eric Roberts.
He's like, no, he has the chops. Like, he's ready.
No, he can definitely play like a weird pervert.
He could have been. He could have been the scammer in this
Honestly,
movie.
if he was the gay scammer in this movie would have been infinitely better.
Yeah, would have gotten like an A+ for me. So
okay, what's the TLDR?
TLDR, a marine biologist in San Francisco. Why is it so funny? I forgot to listen.
Biologist from San Francisco, whose mother is a single mother in Los Angeles who lives in a mansion.
Who lives in a house that is, by the way, labyrinthine and like it is Inception at times.
She literally lives in
a house moving castle.
Palace in Encino, dies suddenly.
The one right behind me is on video.
Yeah, she has to move back to Encino, California from her marine biology job, which, by the way, marine biology, it's as if AI wrote this movie because they say that she's a marine biologist, and then not one single time does her job ever come up, nor does anyone ever wonder why she's not doing her marine biology.
Yeah, she's on like bereavement leave for like months, even though this movie's like in a week. So
she also experiences dementia, like sudden onset dementia from like somehow she leaves San Francisco and ostensibly forgets literally everything about her life. Common sense.
No, she's just the mother in the house. Like she becomes like a vessel for her.
No,
but
she's possessed.
We know that the mom is suspiciously killed in the beginning. We don't know how, we don't know who, but we see a man put some of her extra medication in her drink, and he gets into the house and like poisons the mom. But she's alone and she dies, and so she comes up with her friend. Or no, sorry, I thought it was her friend in the beginning, but it's her sister. It's her and her sister who are like inheriting this family house. And essentially, what happens in this movie is a suspicious realtor comes in and has big plans for the house that may not be genuine. And we find out there's basically been a long-term plot to secure it, and we'll get into how that happens because the twist in this kind of gagged me a little bit. I was like, oh, I wasn't. I was like, what is the motive? And I was like, oh,
guys, we are in the long 2008. Ostensibly forever. Like, this is just the long 2008.
Because timeline-wise, based off the plot reveal, these are children of the recession. So like,
no, yes. So we start
the marine biology
in a house in San Francisco, and it is so funny because you're like, Okay, so the exterior shots are San Francisco, and then it cuts to the interior, and suddenly they're in Santa Clarita.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
They're like a Bed Bath & Beyond set, honestly.
I don't think there's ever been a home in San Francisco that looks like what her home supposedly looks like in San Francisco.
No, she has windows on too many sides to be in San Francisco, and it's like very bizarre.
So she gets a call, and she's like, "Mother's dead," and we see like the mother like take a sip of water and die the next morning in her sleep. It's like very odd, right? Like it's
she's like making tea,
haunting music, and there's like a person in the bushes, and then like she dies. So she comes home and they're all sad, and she's like, "Wow, it's so sad. Like, I can't believe that this happened to me," right?
The dementia already starts in the beginning because there is no grief exhibited by anyone involved in this movie.
Nobody's sad in this movie.
You wouldn't even think she died.
Sort of like, it's just like sort of annoying that there's a house now and they have to sell it. And also, so we were told like mother lived in this house since we were 4, right?
Yes,
or 10 or something.
They were children.
4. I think they were like 4.
Yeah.
And they're like in their 30s now.
Yeah.
And not one single time does it ever show that anybody has ever lived in this house. Like, it's not like they like packed things up. Like, she gets to the house and
there's
it's
nothing
completely empty inside. Like, empty, just like completely
empty. There's furniture,
empty.
but there's nothing on the furniture or near or around the furniture. It's like
furniture.
Staged.
There's furniture in the basement, and then the upstairs is completely unfurnished.
The basement, I feel like, is someone else's house they had to use
the basement
they
is
lost
like
the
somewhere
time.
else. Yeah. Because also, you wouldn't have a basement in the hills in Encino. Like, your house would slide off.
First of all, this house is literally a labyrinth house of mirrors, clown school. Like, I don't know what
this house
architecture.
is David Bowie labyrinth inside. Like, every door opens up into a new house. Yeah.
The way they keep having to go to the basement, but they have to like cross the courtyard in front.
This movie is House, the Japanese horror film. Like, okay, so there's this like scene where this is my favorite kind of thing in this movie. So the music editor is like very liberal with his use of music in this movie. So like in the first scene, she gets there and she's like, "It's so sad, like mom died." And she's like sitting at her computer that night and she hears a rustle in the bushes.
She's looking at pictures of mom. It just says mom on the phone. And it's just like, yeah.
No, so
it's like she's never met her mom before.
No, so like, she hears a rustle in the bushes and she goes, "Huh?" And she like looks over and the music goes dun 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 dun, and then she looks over and the music just stops. Like they just cut.
They
do
that
music.
a lot in this movie. They just like cut
because it's like, okay, well, we're not looking in the scary direction anymore, so we don't need the scary music anymore. Like if you told me that AI scored this film, I would believe you. Like if you told me this entire movie was AI comeback style, I would believe you.
Wouldn't even be shocked, honestly.
So my favorite thing is the introduction
of Tommy,
the real estate agent.
Oh yeah,
is so shocking and so
it's like
absurd.
The killer. That's the killer.
The killer. So tell us a little bit about other characters that we meet. Like
so before we get to the killer, spoiler alert. When
is it that big of a spoiler?
No, it's not. We said gay killer, I think, right at the beginning anyway. But no, so basically when she gets to the house talking to her sister, who's KD's boyfriend, Bill, which is Tom Sandoval. I cannot get over, by the way, when they just give horrible names to the characters. I'm like, Dana, KD, and Bill. Like, what the anyway. So we have Tom Sandoval, and then we also have Jackée Harry playing the like kind of family friend, like honorary aunt, kind of like detective character. Like she's at the funeral, but she has like her badge on her, which kills me. I'm like, do you wear your badge all the time in public? Like you're not on patrol, but we have to learn that she's a detective. So early on, Jackée is like, "Oh, I'm going to get like a toxicology report. I don't suspect anything, but like, I'm just going to do it because I'm a detective." And then we also learn that there's like a big trip that, Bill and KD are going on later this week, which is like crazy because they're like, "Oh, we just had a funeral for our mom. None of us have cried. We're not going to meet an executor. Nothing literally happens. We just go to a funeral, go to this empty house. But also we're still going to go on our trip to Mexico this weekend." And so we cut back to Dana at the house, and this is where we get introduced to Mikey. She's quite literally sunbathing by herself in the backyard.
Guys, she's Okay, so
Which, by the way, this being the first week of mourning for her mother, I'm like,
it's her mother
we're just
died
sunbathing
yesterday.
with a cocktail.
Her mother died yesterday, and she's sitting in a sheen bathing suit by the pool. By the way, so you guys know, like, when people like have pools, right? They like have like their sunscreen out. They have like tables and chairs and like lawn
speaker,
furniture.
Maybe some drinks.
The pool area is completely empty, save for one single lounge chair that has been like placed in the most odd way. She's sitting there laying in like truly like AliExpress drop shipping sunglasses.
No, it's the stuff that like can't even get wet. It
like
will, like,
Santee Alley. This is like the Santee Alley movie.
It's like high reflectivity. Like,
and this person who can only be described as a comic book villain, stereotype gay guy with a face full of filler, makeup, and plucked eyebrows, comes rocking up to her,
bitch.
and she goes, "Oh my God, you're the guy, Mikey, that I went to high school with 15 years ago." And he goes, "Hello, my pretty thing. I see you're as beautiful as ever." And she's like, "Yes. Wow. My mom died. What do you do now?" And he's like, "I'm a real estate agent. I just so happened to be in the area because I heard you were in town and your mom died, and I wanted to say my condolences. We haven't talked in 15 years, but if you want me to sell the house, I'm here. By the way, she died yesterday."
Yeah, it's also
they haven't even had a funeral.
No, they just had the funeral like that day or the day before. Like, it was literally just a minute ago. And then
she goes, "Wow, that's so nice. Okay."
She's like, "Do you want to come in for a drink?" It's like,
guys, you know the dog.
Like, who are you?
You know the dog from those cartoons where he's like that dog and he has like a mustache? No, like, you know the dog where it's like the guy's like an evil robber baron.
Do you mean like Wile E. Coyote or something? Like,
no.
The robber
cartoon dog Key.
Wait,
look up Muttley.
Muttley the dog. Oh,
the Hanna-Barbera dog where he's like,
oh my God, how is it like oh my God, yes,
he looks like that, like like not like Dastardly. Do you know look up Dastardly and Muttley.
Wait, in their flying machines,
like he looks like he looks like Dastardly.
No, because it's like
he has like a
literally
twirly mustache, and he has like a hunchback and like plucked eyebrows, and he's like, "Hello, pretty lady, how are you?"
And like
it's
and the
shocking.
way he's like, "Oh, you know, I knocked earlier, but like nobody answered the door. Like, I ring the doorbell, so I just came in through the back." And I'm like, "Excuse me?"
And
like,
she's in a bathing suit. Like, not to be like, okay, here's the thing. I don't like talking to people who are strangers when I'm in a bathing suit because it's like, this is a private dance.
Also,
but if a man broke into my home who I haven't seen in 15 years, and also he's a weird gay real estate agent, I would be like, you have to leave.
Also, like, oh, so this woman just died. I'm going to go surprise her daughter who's sunbathing out in the back while she's alone. That's definitely, yeah.
And not one single time does anybody in this movie use the internet. It is like a post-internet movie where like she's like, apparently he's a real estate agent, but like this is 2026 and homeowners are fucking weird. You're like looking at his Instagram.
Yeah,
you're like
not checking
finding
Facebook
his website. You're like posting about it on Reddit.
You haven't seen him since college.
No,
girl.
High school.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right before college.
High school. And now she's a marine biologist and she's like, must be right. And so
and then he asked her if she's married and she's like,
no, you're really underselling the conversation. So he goes, well, anyways, I was just in town and I wanted to see you. And she goes, would you like to have a drink? And he goes, wow, I haven't drank beer at your house since one of your famous pool parties. And she goes, oh, did you ever go to those? Because they were not friends.
No, of course not.
You look in their hands and he has a wine glass in his hand. And so I'm like, this movie's AI. Because he's like, wow, I haven't drank beer in your house since
they're like,
one of
no
those
one cares.
Pool parties.
I didn't even notice.
I'm like, you're drinking wine. Also,
the wine, by the way, being like red food dye water. Like, it doesn't even look like
wine. He also
like
says the craziest line where he goes, stick around in this town long enough and you might see my smiling face on a billboard. What?
But then when he asks if she's married,
me as her. Okay, this weird gay guy really wants to be my queen. Like, honey.
I bet he has fun at the taco place.
Honey, my diva applications are closed. Like, I can't undersell enough that this guy has the energy of that, like, Italian gay guy that's always like, everyone's like chancy after a summer in Italy, and it's like, oh, da-da-doo, da-da-doo.
I was just watching that video this morning.
Like, he looks and he talks like that, like this entire movie. Which,
it's
makes
like con artistry.
So weird.
Yeah, it's like he's AI, if anything. Like,
okay.
But then when he asks about her being like married, and she like brushes off, and then he asks her, or she asks him, like, "Oh, have you ever been married?" And he's like, "Well, not anymore." Anyway,
it's complicated.
Yeah, but they never bring that back up at all the entire film.
No, she also goes, "Yeah, like, I don't know, like, how long have we known each other? Like, I think we moved here in 4th grade." And he goes, "No, you moved here in 3rd." And she goes, "Oh, wow, you remember that? That's so weird." And he's like, "Well, I have been thinking about you my whole life." And like, immediately any sensible woman would be like,
like, this man's about to kill me. But also, like, I keep forgetting the predication is that he's so hot that she's like smitten by him, and I'm like, what?
Again, hot to gay guys.
Not even though, like, maybe not my type. I guess, but
yeah, not your type. But it's like,
so like
she keeps
Queens,
being like,
maybe.
Ooh, also, I really think that she should file a class action lawsuit against the hairdresser on this movie who, like, very clearly didn't know. And I'm not
and
making
the costuming, girl. No, the lack of
the hair care person on this movie. It very much seems like one of those situations where they either didn't have a hairdresser, or it was a hairdresser who didn't know how to, or didn't know. And that's a racist
or it was
thing,
given,
by the way. Like, I'm saying that in quotation marks if you guys can't see it. How to, quote, deal with her hair type, end quote, because it looks like, it just doesn't look, not like right. Like, obviously women's hair isn't supposed to look any type of way, but it's like, it's just like sort of frazzled and windswept, and like, it doesn't look like she had a professional taking care of her the way that other people in this movie do, which is like unfortunate and bad. And it was like very distracting, and I was like, we should sue Lifetime. Like, we should sue Lifetime.
From the IMDb page, full cast and crew, there are only 5 producers, 2 composers, 1 editor, 1 second unit or assistant director, 6 people in the sound department, 2 camera crew, and 1 person in the music department. Oh, and 3 writers.
Okay, 3? It took 3 people to write this movie.
And guess what the other guys' movies are? The Wrong Baby Daddy, The Christmas Campaign, A Christmas Murder Mystery, Eat, Pray, Lie.
Oh, A Christmas Murder Mystery. The gay guy in this was also in Christmas Murder Mystery.
There you go. Well, I have a feeling it's a crew. But I'm saying I don't see any hair, makeup, styling.
Okay, well, that's sad. I'm just saying, like, it made me feel bad.
I feel like they were told to just show up, and then they showed up, and they were like, so we're going to get something done, and they're like, oh, no, this is it, get going.
A lot of shots where it looked like she just
days.
got out of a wind tunnel, and it was really odd. Like, even her clothes looked like blown apart.
No, it's horrible. I feel like they literally told them to just show up,
like,
and they were
you know when you walk
something.
into Costco, and you get hit with the wind wall? Like, it looked like that, where she always just like walked into a room like, woof, and like all of her clothes blew off. Okay, so
then we get the first turn of the screw, which is an amazing shot of Mikey at his random like home that looks like a grandmother's guest room or something. And he's looking at a computer screen, pictures of Dana, I guess from like social media. They look like surveillance photos too, though. Like he was stalking her, and he's like rubbing his fingers and thumbs like on the screen, which is like, do people even do that? He's like rubbing her face, like, and rubbing her body on the screen.
No, guys, like,
and it's really like dun, dun, dun.
It's very Nina Geraci. I love my computer. I wanna fuck my computer.
He did.
Because no one in the world knows me better. Do you listen to Nina Geraci?
No.
That's crazy. You're the kind of gay person that does. You're gonna listen to it and you're gonna be like, she clocked me bad. So Dana tells KD how she met this guy and she's kind of crushing on him, and she's like, ooh. And by the way, her sister eats her up in every scene. Like,
she's like, girl, what?
She's just like a beautiful lady that's a good actress.
Way better than her.
Also, Tom Sandoval plays himself. Like, he literally is
he's
giving
just like a whining third wheel, which is exactly
he's just like, come on, guys. So
hurry up.
They go on a date to a bar.
This was AI.
Talk about the bar.
They're at a bar where they're always at the same booth. It's the only booth in the restaurant. If you notice the architecture, it's like
also
there's people standing on both sides, but there's no continuing booths.
Well, every single exterior of anywhere that they go is broad daylight and a office building.
Yes.
Like, they'll go.
Yeah,
they're like, we're going to this hot new restaurant, and then they're walking in and they're like in an office park. It's so
and then when
weird.
They're inside, you're like, you're on a green screen. I guess. Like, but
you're
then
like,
when
okay,
when they're sitting at the booth, behind them is just 2 neon signs. One is a like martini, and then one is just says the word bar. And they're like really small neon signs that would be like 6 inches tall on this like bare wall, and then nothing else. I'm like, is this like just an AI generated like image? Like, it's incredibly bizarre.
Now, here's the thing.
This is where it starts.
We're gonna reenact a convo. So, what do you do?
Oh, just
you're him. You're the gay guy.
Yeah. The gay guy.
So, what do you do?
Oh, this and that. Working in real estate, top of the game.
Yeah, I don't do anything that important.
Oh, you don't? What do you?
Well, I'm only a marine biologist from the Bay Area, and I do the water testing on the bay to save millions of life species. So, yeah, like nothing that big of a deal.
Is that as glamorous as it sounds?
Well, it's very important, and I'm here.
Oh, well, I also do some important things around this town. He proceeds to show pictures of renovations that look horrible. Truly,
by the way, AI.
AI. 100%.
You know the AI photos where it's like a washing machine underneath a sink, and then there's a staircase over it to a glass loft upper
that
all
can
only fit a king bed.
HDR renders of houses, but it's all flat and
there's a bathroom that's also a kitchen with a sliding barn door, and above it is a loft, and there's a fireplace in the middle. Yeah, it's that kind of.
I don't just do real estate, but I like to get my hands on some projects, renovate, upgrade, and take things to the next level.
And then so she's like, what about you selling my mom's place? And he's like, yeah, that might be nice. And then she tucks her hair behind her ear and
she flips her. She does all
she goes, isn't that a conflict of interest? It's like, what?
I was I feel like famously people go to their friends if they know real estate agents. It's kind of like a lawyer unless they're actively involved in a crime. But in real estate, famously, you can sell your own house. Anyone can be a realtor. I legitimately paused and was like, wait, am I missing something?
So
and then with the way she keeps smiling and drinking her wine, and I'm like, what is this flirting? It's truly frightening. And then Katie and Dana are talking in the house. And by the way, it feels like the room, whenever they're when they're in a shot together inside, it's I can't tell where the room starts and ends.
They also look like they're in 2 different movies.
Yeah, it's also always midday, noon, and they're drinking wine.
No, not a single shot at night.
And then there's nothing in the house. There's nothing on the tables.
No,
there's
guys,
no appliances in the kitchen.
No, there is
there's no rug.
Where the fridge is supposed to be, you just see a plug hanging out with no fridge.
And like everything's like so freshly white paint that it's like genuinely a light box at all times.
So skipping forward a little bit, they like have a convo about him selling. And again, like at every point there is many, many opportunities to be like, this guy's weird. Like, yeah, he said he's not going to take a commission on it. And they're both like, that's weird. And they're like, well, he's going to flip it. And whatever he gets above market rate is just going to be his. And I'm like, okay, so that's actually not what a realtor does.
That's I'm like that sounds like a scam artist. Like,
yeah.
Famously.
And Tom Sandoval's in the background. He goes, Like half his lines in the movie are this, guys.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's literally playing his normal annoying self.
Yeah. It's but very also, like, I'm like Ariana doesn't change the cat litter because she's lazy. Like, that's very much the vibe he's giving in this movie.
Like, so she's paying for the upgrades to the house. And then he's going to pocket the difference above market rate, but he's trying to sell it for more.
It's absurd.
Mechanics get really confusing at certain parts.
Absurd.
And I know they're supposed to be confusing to like scam her, but I'm also like, wait, what exactly is he even pretending to be trying to do? But I just love how the sister's like, so he's trying to flip it. And she's like, well, like, whatever. And, mom always did upgrades to the house. And she's like, all right, thank you. I'm really busy with this trip coming up and I'm so busy at work. So thanks for taking this on, sister. And it's like, it's busy with the big trip. And the big trip, by the way, is a couple's weekend in Cabo San Lucas. I'm like, that is not that difficult to plan. I also made a note that like, it's crazy how it's been like a week for these like sisters, and they've never cried once or talked about their mom at all. There's like nothing. There's like, this is just some lady. It might as well have been like a neighbor that gave them the house. And even then, like a neighbor they've never met before.
No, it's frightening.
So we didn't mention earlier, but when she talks to Mikey originally, Dana, there's a nosy neighbor, like an older white lady that's like in her like bedroom closet, like with the blinds, and she's like, ooh.
She goes, oh.
In the middle of the day,
neighbor comes by. And
this is where I was like, now we're cooking.
Okay, so I'll be the nosy neighbor and you be Mikey.
Yeah. Oh.
Excuse me, sir. Who are you?
Oh, I'm just a friendly real estate agent in the neighborhood. What are you doing here?
Real estate agent? Mrs. doesn't want to sell her house. I know that for a fact. She wanted to leave it to these kids.
I'm working with the kids, actually, now that you mention it. And they really want to sell it. They really want to, move on.
I don't believe you. Something's not right about you.
Well, you should talk to them. Actually, now that you mention it, it's so crazy. The original owner actually left you something. You should come with me to the basement. I know she wanted you to have this gorgeous antique lamp that was left in the basement.
Faggot.
He's like, just follow me. And this is where, again, the MC Escher of it all really clicks in here, because then they walk outside to go to the basement.
So they walk out of the house to go to the basement, walk back into the house, and then
they go like down the hill to the side, back up the foyer, like through an underground area. And then they keep going down, but then like it looks like they're going up when they arrive at the next room. But then they get to an actual like empty, like wreck-looking room, like laundry room that looks like it's a fundamentally different house.
No, so like those things about like Chongqing City where it's like the Chinese city where it's like
you're on the ground floor, but now you're on the top. Like.
Yeah. Like one floor is floor 2 and then the next floor is floor 16 kind of vibes. Yeah. It's like that kind of house. Like you're like, wow, I'm on the ground level, and then you look over the side and you're 14 stories up. Like it's very weird.
So Pierce was watching, and I asked him, I was like, I literally was like, architecture, like what is going on in this house? He was like, oh, this is definitely like a 1930s like what would be a mansion at that time, but to us is like a regular house that was built probably in the 30s, that's like hidden inside the like cavity of this house, but they've clearly built up and expanded around it like 3 different times over the years, and that's why it's incomprehensible. But I also do think the room that he brings her to in the basement is just like another house. Like it looks like a fundamentally different property. But anyway, he brings her in this room, and she's literally like, it's like they're just quietly walking there, and she's like, and then she's like, where's the lamp? And then this is where I was like, oh, there's no budget. The lights just like turn off while he like looks at her intensely, and there's like rope you can see in the background, but like we don't see him attack her. They like physically don't show anything happen to her, but like you can tell he came for her ass and killed her. So then we get to the other real estate agent.
So this other gay real estate agent walks up and he's like, So yeah, I'm basically what you would call an ambulance chaser, except for real estate. You know, it's dirty business, but somebody's got to do it.
But just really started the obituary hunt this year. I was like, Jesus Christ.
He goes, I just kind of look at the obituaries and see who died and then show up.
So maybe you do deserve to die, actually.
Yeah, maybe you should kill yourself.
The neighbors shouldn't have been nosy either. So I'm like, not necessarily like.
So he's like, okay, weird, leave now. And he's like, okay, man, whatever.
The guy is like, basically what keeps happening is people in the neighborhood and that know these ladies are like,
show up and are like, what about this house?
There's houses not on the market. Nothing online says it's for sale. So like this person's lying. And so when the guy eventually leaves, he literally says like, I'm going to reach out to her directly anyway. And then Dana comes out the house like, who is that? And he's like, oh, some guy asking for directions. And she's like, that's funny because everyone has GPS now. And he's like, well, his battery must have died. She's like, strange. It's like...
I mean, this movie could also be called like the Sniffies Killer because people just keep showing up to his basement and getting murdered.
When Trade like can't stop getting murdered.
Yeah. So then
my favorite
craziest scene happens. So this inspector comes by and he's like, we've been friends for years. And he basically comes back after their inspection and they're like looking at like all the different things they're going to do to the house. And he comes back, he's like, all the wiring's out of code, man. And she's like, how's that possible? Everything's fine. He's like, that just happens. It's going to cost you a lot of money. You're going to have to replace the whole thing.
And she goes, like, gives
is
the
there
bill
anything
to the
we
guy.
can do? Yeah. He's like, is there anything we can do? And he goes, I hope you're not asking me what I think you're asking. He says, no, it's okay. It's okay. So he goes, okay, bye, leaves. And she's like, that's so crazy. And he's like, I guess we're going to have to work together longer. And she's like, okay. Anyways, I'll be over here now. He goes outside to talk to the guy and hands him an envelope of cash. And he's like, thanks, man. And he's like, yeah. He goes, where'd you go? I just sat in my car and diddled myself until I was done. And he goes, okay, what are you doing this for? Don't ask. Okay, I won't. Bye.
I was like, so
and just leaves.
Some corrupt ass home inspector who didn't give a fuck.
Okay.
But then Dana like is all like, oh my God, like it's all this money. And he's like, well, babe, like we have to do it. Like you just have to fix the house. It's important. But then Dana leaves. And then the fact that he just keeps staying at the house with the keys is crazy.
Guys, she like leaves him in her home. This man she barely knows. Like, by the way, it's not like it's like an empty house. Like, allegedly, she's living there, and she just leaves, and he just, like, hangs out in her home all day.
They also don't address. I'm like, because she looks like she's sleeping in the master bedroom. Like, is this your dead mom's bed? Like, what's going on here?
No.
So then, but when she leaves, the other real estate agent appears in the house. The one that he just
like, walks in.
He's just, like, in the hallway. And I was like, what? Why is everyone breaking into this house every 2 seconds? And then he's basically like, I know you're lying about being like the real estate agent. Like, I know it's all bullshit. Like, you need to, I want to see this house and I want to talk to the owner. And he's like, well, she just left, but I can show you the house. Let's start with the basement. And this is what, and that's when he says like he talks about targeting the obituaries, and he like literally is like, let's start in the basement, brings him down there. And then he's like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool. This like completely nothing burger, ugly, empty room. And then this is where I was confused. The gay killer was like, do you like wine? It's like, the temperature in here is just cool enough for a cellar. And the guy's like, I love wine. And then like strangles.
Gets strangled.
Gets strangled. Killed.
By the way,
and then
another
he smiles
thing
to the camera, like mid-strangling.
So he breaks the fourth wall in this movie like 5 times. Like, looks straight into the camera and smiles in a way where you're like, weird artistic choice from people who think they're being way more subversive than they really are.
No, you could tell he's like, I love being the killer.
Yeah.
Like,
so we cut to Tom bitching.
He really was like whining.
Guys, he just bitches this whole movie. So
he's like,
the two sisters are like,
already.
Man, we're gonna miss you so much. He's like, you're only gonna be gone 3 days, and they're like, come on, it's sad. And she's like,
this being the big trip, by the way, that like the funeral got in the way of a 3-day trip to Cabo with your boyfriend.
A 3-day trip to Cabo. By the way, they don't go to Cabo. They literally just are like in Studio City. Like,
no, they're in like the same apartment that they filmed the main house in.
Like, you can see like an office building outside the room of their hotel in like literally Studio City.
And they're always wearing like the same clothes they would wear in every other shot.
So
I'm telling you, they were told to show up in whatever they normally wear because there's no coordination with outfits here.
Crazy. So Jackée, Harry, goes to lunch after their big weekend trip, and she's like, I just worry about you, you know? your mother was like a sister to me. Now she's gone, and I want to do a toxicology report. And she's like, why? And she's like, it's the least I can do.
Her mom than anyone else.
No.
Like,
she also asked Dana about her love life, and Dana just keeps doing this thing to everyone where she's like, yeah, so anyways, I'm in love with this guy who basically appeared at the house the day after mom died and wants to sell it now, but also I'm in love with him and he's gonna like renovate the entire thing and he told me not to worry about any of it. But like, yeah, he's also really cute and we've been kissing and everyone's just like, okay.
Like, that's weird, but like, go you, girl.
Go you, girl. Go you, girl. Get back out there.
Yeah. And then, so this is when I was starting to really lose it. Then we cut to Mikey crawling
so it's like the middle of the night and he's
sports.
doing the plumbing and breaking the pipes. Like,
he's like putting wrenches and like just hammering shit to break it. And then he's like, well, you actually need to replace all the faucets in this house. Do you notice this water pressure?
Guys, so they're in the thing. And this is like, again.
This is Gaslight Gatekeep boy boss. Like,
so he does this thing constantly throughout the movie where he'll be like, wow, this thing is really weird. Follow me to the oddly specific place that is exactly the problem and we'll fix it.
He's like actively like hammering it away while she's not looking. It feels like
he keeps
every
going,
time.
Huh. Isn't it so weird that the water pressure that was just fine yesterday isn't anymore?
And doesn't she live here right now? It feels like she doesn't, but she has to be because she doesn't have
And so then she goes down and she's like, man, it cracked. He goes, yeah, sometimes it can just happen like that. And it's like, okay, so for basically your entire life, your mom was fine. And then randomly she dies. Then your neighbor gets murdered. Then another real estate agent goes missing.
Yeah.
And this man shows up and all of these things start going wrong with your house. And at no point are you just like,
Googling his name or verifying any information.
Let me put his name into Google.
Looking at what the price of anything is. He doesn't like talk about how much he's going to charge her either. He's like, we should just fix it. No. She's like, oh no. They also they keep talking about how like, oh, I'm going to get a plumber. I'm going to get someone out. But they like never end up getting those people ever, which I guess is kind of the whole point. But
yeah. So my favorite part is they go to a bar again.
They go back to bar.
They just go back to bar.
Yeah, bar.
And she's like, I just want to sell it. I just want all this to be over. And he's like, baby, once we put it online, millions of people are going to see it.
Millions.
We can't have that.
Millions. The world tour. Like.
And she goes, isn't that a good thing? And he's like, but what if they want it for the wrong reasons? And she's like, what? But like, she keeps getting the ick and then kissing him anyways. It's so bizarre. That's what I mean about dementia. It's like 50 first dates, except also he's the Sniffies killer.
He's the Zodiac killer at this point. And then also,
oh my God, wait, this God ray.
I know, I was about to say, your lighting was getting so dramatic. It looks like it's the light from the background as well. What's happening? Is the sun like setting on you right now? Oh.
No, the sun is literally.
You need to put like
a
lens hood or something on your feed. That's killing me. So also they keep meeting in this like weird bench at the top of the staircase that like they keep like appearing here as if like they didn't talk beforehand. Like it's so bizarre.
Okay. So yeah, she kisses him and she's like, I feel like I'm 18 again. What?
But I was also like, it was weird because they didn't know each other at all. Like she literally openly says, I never knew him. He was just like in my class. So it's just that he's like hot now. And it's like, okay, so you have not been in a relationship since high school at all, which is like fine. But then we cut to Cabo with Tom and Katie at this resort hotel that we said is literally just like another room in this house. I'm pretty sure. Like it legitimately looks like they're in the house they're filming in at all times, regardless of what we're being told. And then so Dana tells Katie about the kiss. And then she's like, ooh, girl, like, get it, you know, like, love to hear it. But also, like, what's going on about the house? And then she's like, oh, well, the repairs. And Katie's like,
Mom of the world tour.
She's like, world tour.
No, she's literally the thinking grandma meme where she's like, So my favorite thing is they're just like, again, in Studio City. Like you can fully see the Minions at that like theme park, the Universal theme park, like outside their window. Like it's like they're also on Highway 101.
I'm dying at them being in Cabo and they call them and they're just like, Tom is just like in his shorts and like shoes in bed.
And she's in jeans and a t-shirt.
And they're just like on their phone. I'm like, really living
in a hotel room. Actually, the most realistic thing about this movie.
Honestly. Okay, then we get this is the best. The woman comes by the house of the wife of the disappearing real estate agent, and she has missing flyers with his face on it. And she's basically like, I'm here because like the last location he was at was like in this neighborhood. And she's like, oh my God, like that's crazy. Like, let me talk to my like my friend. She's a detective. Like, we can help you out. And then Mikey, of course, appears like immediately. He's like showing up like unexpectedly.
He goes, what is happening right now?
He's like, what's this? Like missing? Who's missing? Like as he's looking at the missing thing. And then again, when you said that everywhere they film is like an office park, this was the most truly Lynchian liminal space ever. When they go to like some restaurant where she talks about eating like the honey biscuits or something, which I was like, what? And they're like walking around holding like to-go food. And this like couple walks up to them. And literally, you guys, when they say they just ate at this restaurant, it is legitimately an office park where it's like the floor-to-ceiling black windows and like what literally looks like an abandoned parking lot. Like there's garbage on the ground. There's like the parking is like broken up. Like the weeds are not like cold. Like it's literally looks like they filmed on a random street corner. And so they're walking down going, the food was so good here. And this like couple walks up, which I thought initially this couple was like a paid actor thing from him, but I guess it was like, now looking back, knowing the plot twist, I guess it was legitimate. I can't remember. It's like kind of confusing, but they're basically like, this couple comes up and they're like, oh my God, Mikey, is that you? Like, you sold our house for so much money and you were such a great real estate agent. Like, you really helped us out. My sister's actually looking for a house now. And basically, she's like, oh, my sister's looking for a 4-bedroom. And then Dana's like, oh my God, like, we have just the place. And then that's when Mikey interjects and is like, oh, no, actually, like, it's not really ready yet right now. Like, I don't know if that's what you guys are looking for. Like, I'll let you know when it's ready. And that's when Dana gets, like, kind of suspicious because she's like, okay, why don't you want me to sell the house? And this is where it gets really illogical to the point of like, girl, you are just stupid for continuing, because he's like, oh, I don't want like too much attention on the house yet. Like they're not the right kind of buyers. And she's like, didn't they just say they were amazing at the house for a lot of money? And they're like, yeah, but they weren't great to work with. And she's like, well, isn't it for the sister? And then they're like, well, the sister is just like the family. They act the same. And there's also this
so weird, right?
So the underlying thing that is important to the plot twist later is he keeps saying things like siblings are just alike, or like people and families are just alike, which becomes like a motivating factor for his like evil later. But I thought the couple was like a paid couple thing to make him sound nice. But then they're like, oh, we haven't seen you in a while. And like, I heard you left like the business. And he's like, no, I just have a wealthier clientele now that's like more exclusive. I'm like, for houses like this piece of shit. So then this is when Dana tries to slow things down and she literally makes an ultimatum. She's like, I want you to sell it by midnight. I want it online today. And he's literally like, well, we haven't done the photography. We like haven't gotten the plumbing. We haven't done the wiring fixed. I'm like, so are you guys just sitting around the house doing nothing all day? Like he's just always there.
Fingering each other's pussies.
At this point, I'm like, you might as well be fucking, because like, what else are we doing? So then she calls Mikey to ask if he's still working on it. And this is what killed me, because he like leaves and then she's like walking around the house and she like hears the sound and she's like suspicious. So then she calls him like, you left, right? And he's like, yeah, of course I'm at home right now working on your listing just like you wanted. And she's like, okay, yeah, I freaked myself out, I guess. And then she hangs up the phone and he's literally this is like such like Acme cartoon. He's standing like in front of a tree, like a palm tree that's like skinnier than his body, like right in front of the front door of the house. He's just like standing there on the phone, clearly like just following her around. And then this also is what killed me, when Dana meets Jackée at the police station in what literally is a podcast studio, I think. And
guys,
like this is
like she literally shows up and it's
this
like,
is like at the production meeting room,
guys,
for
it's
the
like
company that made this movie.
It's like where they filmed Shark Tank. Like there's like a Manosphere podcast in here.
No, the tables, it's like multiple tables put together and then like this wraparound
and like a black leather geometric wall and like
big TVs. And the only thing that makes it look like a police station is like a like LAPD coffee mug in the middle of the table. So Dana meets up with Jackée and asks for help about the missing man, and is like, oh my God, this woman came up to me. There's this real estate agent that's missing. And Jackie's like, if I had to do a missing persons report for every man that was late for dinner, you know, we'd be working all 24/7 here. Like, I don't even know. She makes like some quip about men are shit and are cheating usually. And then this starts to happen like every scene where they go, it's crazy that that's also happening while your neighbor was murdered and while there's this other weird thing happening. And she's like basically tells she basically informs Dana that the neighbor was like killed. And she's like, wait, my neighbor died? She's like, yeah, she fell down the stairs and broke her neck. And she's like, oh my God. And then she leaves. Mikey then shows Dana that he listed the house. And this is again AI. And the listing is called Beauty and the Best. And they try to market this house. By the way, if you're on video tier, look at this piece of shit behind me. This is supposed to be like a millionaire's mansion. They talk about it like this is like the most expensive home in the world. Like this is garbage. And so we get the Beauty and the Best, and then KD and Bill show up. And Dana's showing Katie the renders for the pool that hasn't been built yet, which, by the way, this is like another type of scam that people fall into where they like get befriended by a contractor who's like, I'm going to flip your house and like we'll sell it before it's finished. And like it's not going to look anything like you think it does, and you're going to waste all your money. Like there's already that kind of scam. But then Tom and Mikey are talking, and this is where Tom Sandoval really gets his acting chops going. Did he say he was a sports consultant? Is that what he said?
Guys,
I was like, they just like threw that out there. I was like, can you
he goes,
explain
yeah,
yourself?
So I'm basically a sports consultant. You know, like we go to college basketball athletes, and we help them with their management and everything. But I also really like to do stuff with my hands.
And like work
and he
on
goes,
cars.
okay. And he goes, yeah, I'm like a really good plumber. And you're like, okay, so you're a sports manager consultant for college athletes and also a really good plumber.
But he also
and your
loves
name is
cars
Bill.
and works on cars for fun.
And your name is Bill.
And your name is Bill.
And so he goes, let me see the plumbing. And he goes, no, man, you don't want to see it. It's kind of a mess. And he goes, no, I think it's fine. And he goes, it's a basement. And he goes, no, I don't want you to see the house like that. And he's like, I don't care. And he's like, come on, man, gay guy to gay guy. Like, we just can't have this.
Not right now. No, he's literally like, message me on Sniffy's.
He goes, guys, I got a pile of Sniffy's Popeyes down there, and you guys are gonna have some real questions about the kind of cum dump I'm running out of that basement.
When you see the no loads refused sign at the front, just ignore it. So then we get this amazing shot of Mikey always somehow retreating to the upper like bedroom to watch from the windows behind the curtain or behind the like plastic blinds.
Guys, Kim Richards at the blinds.
Yes.
He literally looks like Kim Richards at the blinds. And they like find the crumpled missing persons poster at the bottom of the driveway, and they go, that's so weird. Did you know that the lady died? And they go, what?
And they're all like, it's crazy how there's all this death and mystery and a real estate agent gone missing in this neighborhood. All while you're talking to a man that we don't know who's making weird decisions about our family home. So then they basically tell her later that like the listing is unavailable. It's not anywhere. It's like a complete lie that this listing is available. And then this is where I was like, has anyone ever believed this before? He says to this lady, oh, I have a private site for all the wealthier clients. They like to overspend their money. It's a password protected site. That's why nobody would see it. I was like, this is gay, like drug addict panic, like excuses. This is like when your friend that you know is late for bad reasons is like making up excuses for not showing up. You're like, literally, this is not a world that exists. Like, what are you talking about? And then we get Katie calling Dana while like this confrontation's happening. And basically they're like, Bill had this weird interaction. Sorry, referring to Tom as Bill is like the most obscene part of
Sorry, his name being Bill is
like,
crazy.
Who the fuck? Again, that's where it's like, this is AI.
So, and he has a highlight in his hair, and his name is Bill. Like,
he's also like 45, while these women are like 26. I'm realizing it. So Katie calls Dana and is like, hey, Bill had this weird interaction with Mikey, and he like wouldn't be allowed to see the plumbing, and like, I'm worried about you. And then literally they have like a hostage like crisis conversation where she's like, where Dana keeps going like, yeah, that's great. Oh my God, love that. And then JD's like, wait, are you like not safe right now? And she's like, I don't know. And they're like, okay, like, let me know what happens. Like, call me back later. And she's like, uh-huh. And then immediately, Mikey's like, what was that? What happened on the phone there? I don't believe you. Like, I don't think that was a good conversation. And he like throws a fit, even though she's lying to him about it. And he like leaves. And then Katie and Bill and Dana all get together afterwards, and they basically try to convince her to drop him as a real estate agent. And then Jackée calls. It all happens at once and says, and here is the plot twist, the big reveal. Jackée talks to Dana and is like, wait, what about that man? Like, is this the man you're talking about, Mikey? She's like, yeah, what do you mean? The real estate? Yeah, it's the same guy, the real estate agent, the guy I have a crush on. She's like, oh my God, that's crazy. There's something you need, like something's up that's not good at all. And she's like, what do you mean? And then it's revealed that Mikey used to live at their mother's house before their parents bought it. Ooh.
Boom. Boom.
By the way, there's no mention of like their father or like other figure in this case. It's always like mom owned it. Like, were they always a single mom? Like, I don't know. It's kind of like weirdly unsaid because they love a dead parent trope. So I was like,
100%.
Why was that cut? But anyway, so the big reveal happens. And basically,
reveal yourself.
And even though they're talking about the dead neighbor and they're also talking about the mysterious missing real estate agent, Jackie's still like, I don't know about that guy. You probably shouldn't work with them because he used to live in that house. Isn't that weird? He never told you. So then Tom, aka Bill, pulls up Mike's license getting revoked on Google. The first person to actually Google anything. Nobody thought to do that till now. So Tom is like, hey, his license was revoked like 2 years ago. And they're all like, okay, we have to end this. Dana stays overnight at her house because she doesn't feel safe. And she said, and by the way, the room that Dana stays in at her sister's house is like truly liminal space, like video game. Like it's like blue with like the most terrifying paintings I've ever seen and like one IKEA light. Is that you thinking about that room?
Baby, I'm getting something really scary.
Wait, what? What?
You're
scaring me.
I was just informed that the members of this... Okay, so Savoy Bailey, who is in this movie as KD, was in a girl group. Was she in a girl group?
Oh.
Why is it saying that she was in a girl group called Seasons? SCSZNS.
What?
Where the members were named Autumn, Winter, Summer, Spring.
The 4 seasons.
Oh no.
They were in a girl group when? In like the 2010s?
Don't read my girl from Obsessed Weekly.
Who? Rue?
Savoy Bailey talks joining Seasons. But then they have I'm sorry, this is crazy. They're in a girl group, but you can't find anything about the girl group anywhere. It's
Did
so
like
crazy.
Almost happen, but then didn't happen kind of thing? Or they just like one single?
Their singles have like 4,000 things in it.
Like 4,000
They have
streams.
only performed at like the Abbey one time.
They were like one product launch and like flopped.
This is crazy. Sorry. I just love that they were in a thing called Seasons.
Maybe they're joined Tom's. Was it called Tom and the Most Extras? They should go on tour together.
Their names are Brooke Kelsberg and Demetrius. What is happening here?
You're looking at something so dark-sided.
Sorry, I just like love finding stuff and you're like, well, this is really weird.
Well, this happened.
I'm trying to get their like song, their music. It looks really scary. Anyways, we'll look at this in a sec.
So Dana stays overnight and she's like, well, I'm going to confirm tomorrow. And she's like, don't you want me there as your sister, like back you up? And she's like, no, I should do it alone as like an adult. And it's like, we're still operating in this man isn't a scammer and like unsafe to be around. They're just like, no, it's fine that this random man like is poaching you and doesn't have a license and is lying to you actively about every part of the process. So then we get another amazing shot of literally her like thunder lightning coming outside talking to her sister. She's going to sleep. And then we pan out and we see old Mikey, old gay evil killer, in a truck, in a hoodie, in the rain, in the dark, staring at them through the window. Fantastic stuff. So he's watching and following. Then Dana confronts Mikey at the house. And this is again, they keep like appearing as if they just magically entered the property and don't remember anything happening before. This is the dementia element, I think, happening again. Did you notice, Joan, that when Dana confronts Mike, they're at the top of the stairs in the house and it's just her going, Mike, can you come up here? And they're like already in the house. I was like, wait, so is he, like, again, is he just living there and you just showed up and like didn't say anything? Like, she just is like, hey, can you come up here for a sec? And so she basically tells him, we're going to keep the house, but we'll pay you for everything that, you did. Like, we just want to go a different direction. And then he's like, you're lying. You're lying to me.
You're lying.
Is, like, what's really happening here. And then she tells him, like, well, I know you lived here as a kid, and you're lying to me about that.
And this is how he delivers the next piece of information. Don't you remember why I lived here? And she's like, no, I was 5. And he goes, did your family never tell you how you bought this house?
It's like poltergeist, like
she's
lore.
Like, no, I was 5. And he goes, well, your family bought it at auction because I was getting foreclosed on. And she's like,
and my family built it from the ground up.
She's like, yeah, so I was 5. And he goes, well, that's the only way you could afford it. And she's like, yeah, I was 5. It's really weird that you're still thinking about this. Like, sorry, your family got foreclosed on, but like,
she's that was a long
25 years ago. And he's like, I'll never forgive you, wretched bitch. And she's like, okay, I'm going to leave now. You got to go. And he's like, I'll kill you like all the others. It's so crazy.
And then when she asks about the realtor and the neighbor, she's like, wait, so the neighbor next door, the realtor? And he's like, well, accidents do happen, Dana.
Accidents do happen.
And then she's like, why, Mike? Why? And he like grabs her. And I was like, why? Like, what?
So the sister's like freaking out. And Tom's like, come on, stupid bitch, like just shut up. And she's like, no, I feel really
fine.
Weird.
Like, whatever.
I'm gonna text her. And so she texts her, calls her, and she's like, my sister's gonna think something's wrong. She knows I'm here, and the police do too. And he goes, fine, I'm gonna respond to her, and you better not say anything. Follow me into the basement. And so they like David Bowie labyrinth. Yeah, David Bowie labyrinth to the basement, and he ties her hands in front so that she can get out easily.
Yes.
And just like tapes her mouth shut. And she easily removes the tape and then easily unties her hands and is like, help, help. And Tom Sandoval and the sister come in. They come downstairs and the funniest scene in the entire movie happens. So like they come down and the sister's like, I'll stop you. And like,
well, so when you hear the screams of Dana, and then the sister runs to go get her, and then he just goes
and slowly walks downstairs. Meanwhile, Tom Sandoval.
I mean, to be fair, if your friend is screaming for help and you're looking in front of the killer itself, you need to immediately get help somewhere else. You don't run into the house to help her.
So they walk downstairs casually. Tom Sandoval chokes him out, and then the girls untie each other and beat him up, and then he just sort of like falls to the ground and is like, no, and gets up and leaves while they all clutch each other. They just like, he just leaves. Like, he just walks out while they're all hugging each other.
But you forgot to mention the most important detail. When she comes down there and then he shows up behind, and he's like, what did I say about family similarities? And that's like his whole thing is like mother, like daughter. Like, okay, like what? So like they're bad people that are gonna steal a house? Like,
my thing is, were the bodies in the basement, and that's why he didn't want them down there?
No, he got rid of them though, because they said the lady fell down the stairs and broke her
But then
neck.
my thing is like, why wouldn't he want him going down the stairs to see the basement?
But I think he did want them to go so that because she was put down there like a honeypot. No, but
remember when he's like, Tom Sandoval, you can't go downstairs. It's like, why?
Oh, but that was before she was kidnapped.
Was that why the real estate agent was down there?
Well, maybe because there's no actual issue with the water. No, but the water pipe was outside. I don't
Who's to say? So, anyways, they're at the cops now, and they're like, yeah, man, all these mysterious things were... Yeah, they're at the podcast studio. They're like, all these weird things kept happening. Yeah. And they're like, talking.
She's like the narrator. I don't even know. Yeah, she's almost like the old Kringle.
She goes, yeah, so all these weird things happened, and it was kind of sad, but now it's over now. And they're like, but what about him? He's on the loose. And she goes, he's not going to come back here anytime. And they're walking away.
I know that.
And she's like, to her sister, I mean, I guess I have to stay a while. Marine biology can wait. And her sister's like, yeah, it's nice you get a vacation. But aren't you worried about living in the house when he's still out there? And she goes, he's kind of evil, but not dumb. There's no way he's coming back. And it cuts to him.
Like, isn't he dumb?
Looking on the computer.
Lost horribly.
Yeah.
Like,
he's looking on the computer at the house, smiling, and then he looks up into the camera and has like a Joker face, and then the movie just ends. So are we gonna get Nightmare Home Makeover 2?
100% franchise ready. I'm locked in. I cannot fucking wait.
This is the funniest movie of all. Guys, this movie is, I can't stress you enough how delightful this movie is. It's so bad.
Also, there's a really quick throwaway line near the end where Jackie's like, they're talking about like, oh, he probably killed that lady too. And she says something like, women who fall down the stairs to a death is all too common. I was like, what?
No, it's like everyone in this movie wakes up and it's their first day on Earth every single day. And they're also all playing characters from RuPaul's Instagram. Like,
yeah, RuPaul could have played like every character in this movie and it would have been like
everyone is just a RuPaul character in this movie. Well, that was Nightmare Home Makeover 2, guys.
Wow.
So happy we did it. I have to get going again. My starving boyfriend who can't cook for himself is slowly withering away in the other room.
I just have to say in general, Jackée Harry, you will forever be famous.
Jackée Harry, you're the funniest
She got the highest billing in this movie, despite being like a third. And then also, guess who got second billing? Tom Sandoval. Above the main two characters. That's crazy. Well, anyway, y'all, I hope you enjoyed. I'm really happy with my Lifetime trial that I got for this episode because there is a movie that I need to see that's called like Your Grandson Has My Daughter's Face or something, or like Your Granddaughter Has My Son's Face. I was like, hold up. Let me
We're locking in.
Let me lock in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get it here.
3, 2, 1. A woman who falls down the stairs to her death is all too common. Bye.
Bye.